Hey, good morning, family. Pastor Artie here with your Manna and Coffee. Oh boy, that tastes good. Hey, you know what? How many of you feel like you just go through some hard times and you just can't make it? You feel like things are closing in on you, collapsing. It's like you're in the fire. And you always sit there and sometimes you say, man, I'm just in the hot seat. You know, I remember a story back in Daniel chapter 3 about three young men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. You know, they wouldn't bow to the will of the king, and the king had them thrown in a furnace. But you know what? He found out when he looked in there, he said, how many men did we throw in there? He says, 3. He says, why are there 4? You see, something happened to prove a point to you and to me that we can make things happen the way it's supposed to happen. You know, sometimes you feel like you're in the fire, but let me tell you, God doesn't put you in the fire. He has never put any Christian, any believer in the fire. He puts Jesus in the fire with you. Not because he wants you to be comforted, it's because he wants himself to be there to get you through it. You see, you're not put in the fire by God, but you have to go through fire sometimes. And you know, it's nice to know that we have an advocate with the Father that's right there with us the whole time. Jesus is with you always. You know, I wrote down a little thing. It just says, God doesn't put you in the fire. He puts Jesus there with you, not to put out the fire, but to get you through the fire. That's exactly what God does. You notice that with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, he didn't put the fire out. He got them through the fire. Matter of fact, it says, you know, that their bonds, when they were bound, they were tied from hand. They had their hands tied and their feet tied. And it said that those burned off, and then when they walked out, they didn't even smell of smoke. That's pretty amazing to me, how you can get through a fire and not even smell of smoke. I mean, you know, I love to barbecue, and every time I barbecue, I smell like a barbecue. You know, how amazing would that be to go through a fire and not smell like the smoke of the fire? Well, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego did, and God puts that story in the Bible because it's a true account of what happened to the children of Israel, and especially to these three young men, for a purpose and for a reason. It's to show you and I that no matter what we go through, God is with us always. He's always there. You see, God didn't put them in the fire, Nebuchadnezzar did. But Jesus brought them through the fire. He wasn't there to put it out. He didn't have, and he could have extinguished it. You know, God can do anything. He could have just taken a breath and blew it out like a candle. But he didn't do that. He wanted to prove a point. And that point is that no matter what you go through today, God's going to get you through it. You know, a lot of you know that I have rheumatoid arthritis. And sometimes, man, days are tough. You know, it's hard to move. You know, my shoulders hurt, my wrists and my knuckles. You know what? It's just painful. You know, somebody asked me one time, if you could have anything, what would it be? And I said, just one day without any pain. That would be so amazing, not to have any pain, and not to take away the pain by taking drugs, because I don't like taking drugs to max the problem. You know, these people that are hooked on opioids and stuff. You see, that's my fire. That's the fire I go through every day. But every day I get through it. Why? Because God is with me. He's helped me along. What's he helping you along with today? What kind of trouble or hardship are you going through? Loss of a loved one? Job change? What is it? God is going to get you through it because he's right there with you. There is no fire that man can create that a Christian can't go through. Let me say that again. There's not a fire that man can create that a Christian cannot go through. You'll go through each one because you have, just like Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, you have Jesus right there with you, walking you out of that fire and on to better things. Just read the story. Read Read Daniel. Read what happened to them. How they were taken these slaves and they had to, they were given the old Babylonian brainwash. Man, trust me, you can go through anything because God wants you to live a spirit-led, filled, prosperous life. Now, you may not prosper with money, but you're going to prosper in health and wealth. And you say, well, Pastor Artie, you got rheumatoid arthritis. Yeah, but at least I'm still moving. I see some rheumatoid, some RA patients that, man, they're on walkers, they're in wheelchairs, their joints are all gnarly and knotted. Mine aren't. Why? Because every day I trust God to get me through the fire that this world and Satan has created. Disease was not created by God. It's Satan. Now, can God heal me? Sure he can. Do I want him to? I don't know. Yes, it'd probably be nice. I would get that day without pain. But you know what? That keeps me focused on what I need to do every day. He's walking me through the fire every day. He's walking you through whatever fire you're going through today, every day. May God bless you. May he keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you. May he bring you comfort today, even in the midst of the fire, because he's bringing you through it. He brought you to it. The world is throwing you in it, but he's going to bring you through it. Trust in his word. Read Daniel chapter 3 today and see that you can go through anything with God's help. Linda and I love you. We're praying for you. Pastor Tony, myself, and Reaching Our City Ministries, we're lifting you up every day in prayer. Also, one prayer request from me, pray that I hear this week from that job for a driver's position because I really need to get to work. I really need to start doing something. It gets a little boring just sitting around twiddling my thumbs, but reading the Word doesn't get boring, but sometimes I just want to do more. And I love people, so this is perfect for me to get out and meet some people. I covet your prayers, and I pray that you have a blessed day today. May God bless you and get you through the fire because he loves you and he wants to show you some amazing things on the other side of the fire today, family. Have a blessed day, and we'll talk to you real soon. I'm going to finish my coffee and get ready to go take a swim. Actually, I'm going to work out my muscles because I need to exercise, get the stiffness out. All right, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Stop letting me get on my own soapbox. This is crazy. Love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.